I didn't know anybody that did karate. I thought karate was going to be a way bigger problem when I was a kid.
You know what parents were really concerned about when you were a kid? Quicksand.
Yeah.
I know how to get out of quicksand. Nobody prepared me for, with any financial literacy or anything. But
No.
like in quicksand, if I'm in that shit, I know just stand still, wait for that fucking.
Yeah, don't struggle.
Don't
Whatever
struggle.
But it also you sink slowly, like very very slowly.
But if you struggle, you sleep. You go faster.
Yeah.
If you can get yourself to a vine. Anybody listening, because I don't think parents are teaching this enough anymore.
No, you're not getting into public schools.
When I was in the concrete jungle, we used to have to worry every once in a while because, we got excited when we saw things that weren't concrete.
Sometimes it was wet cement.
Sometimes it was wet. Sometimes. Well, it was never quicksand, but it could have been.
Could have been.
And
You're lucky it wasn't.
And you're lucky because, most people aren't prepared for quicksand.
I was, when I was a kid, I thought karate, quicksand, black holes, and the Bermuda Triangle were going to be a really big factor at some point in my life.
What the fuck did you think you were going to do for a living?
I don't know.
You were going to be an adventurer.
I was going to be Indiana Jones.
You had a very vague job description of adventurer who might be flying into the Bermuda Triangle and fucking have to defend himself with karate and avoid quicksand. And
I always did have a dream of being some kind of black belt. And it comes from it's definitely a place of power. I could never do it because I always wanted it to be like somebody was bullying like one of you guys or one of my friends. And I was like, leave the guy alone. He's with me. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, you want to get into this twerp, and pushes me or something. I'm like, listen, you don't want to touch me. All right. Like that's a warning. And then we go outside and I'd be like, do you want to throw first? And then he'd laugh at like with all his friends. He's like, look at this fucking guy or whatever. And then he'd go to punch me. And all I would do was keep blocking him.
No attack.
No attack.
I mean, karate is defense.
And I just keep I would want to see him break mentally, like just to the
because
point.
You do the one shot and you'd block. You're like, all right, punk. And then you do another one, you block that. And then you do like a combination, you block all that shit. And then he gets so pissed off, he just comes in frenzy.
Right.
And you're blocking.
You get one shot on you, and you kind of go, all right.
Very good.
But then you're like, and then he runs at you, and you kind of trip him, and he falls out the plate glass window, and everybody starts laughing at him, and he's done. That's it. That's it for him.
And he goes home and he kills himself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happened. That's the end of the story.
And then the parents try to sue your parents because they say, I heard he beat up my son today at school. And somebody will say, no, I saw what happened. He didn't touch him. He defended himself. And they'll say, well, listen, you still need to come into the office, okay? Because we heard it was a fight. His friends will tell everybody that you did beat him up, and then it'll be a fucking thing. And then you have a court case. It's going to deplete your fucking parents' funds, which is unfortunate, because all they fucking want to do is put their kids through college. But now they got a fucking court case on their hands from some shithead who fucking offed himself because he couldn't take going through the embarrassment of not being able to beat up a man who's an honorable man of karate.